welcome to a very special episode of Frankly Speaking. And it's always a pleasure to have you on the post-budget interview, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman. Sometimes you wonder, in the space of 48 hours, so much can happen.
That's right.
The budget has been presented, and actually, from a news person's point of view, the budget is passé because we are now talking about
Absolutely.
the Indo-US trade deal.
That's right.
I want to begin with that. The announcement came from President Trump's tweet, and the opposition is up in arms that do we have a holdover decisions that impact India to such a large extent? Why do these announcements actually happen from Washington and not from New Delhi?
Well, I think the PM's tweet also came to say it's good news. Made in India products are going to be sold in the US market with lesser tariff and so on. To be fair, I think both sides have come out with, at least the principals have come out with their respective tweets. But because it happened so late in the night, in the morning, you start having details about expectations about details of what exactly this is. So naturally, the opposition would want to know. But want to know is different from straight plunging to protest to know. You know, I'm quite okay with them repeatedly asking, give us the details. What exactly is it? The first tweets from the two principals is on tariff reduction. They've yet not spoken about complete details of the trade deal. Maybe one side did, the other side did not, but the joint statement is what is going to give you the complete picture on it. And that is why today the Commerce Minister, Piyush Goyal, was going to give a suo motu statement in the Lok Sabha, but of course the Lok Sabha got adjourned because of the disturbances. I understand he's addressed the press as well. So sometimes just a couple of hours wait doesn't hurt anybody, particularly on these kind of major decisions between two countries. As leader of opposition, what you utter, each word of what you utter is taken seriously by the people. So a few hours, or probably just call up saying what's happening, would you come and explain it? The speaker has already given time for the Commerce Minister to speak. They didn't have to be so aggressive and disruptive in the House. You could have waited for him to come and say the statement. But then you would know all the details based on which, of course, you're welcome to question the government any number of times. More clarity, seek more clarity. That's fine. But you really can't jump at every one of the situation showing your frustration. You're a leader for the opposition, please. And opposition will have to be tirelessly putting the government on the mat, but not disruptively, not with frustration. You're a responsible leader. That's my expectation, because not just me, people of India are looking at you. They gave you the vote to be in the opposition and question. Do that. Get the answer out of us.
But you don't allow him to speak. Yesterday, he raised a question of national security. His question was based on a magazine article. Fair, the book is not published. But there have been so many times stories that we have done, our channel has done, on which you have stalled Parliament in the past. So it isn't as if stories that come out in the print media or on television channels are not discussed, not debated, and the opposition hasn't raised question. This time Rahul Gandhi raised question about former army chief's book, excerpts of which have come out in a magazine. Why would the government not even allow him to speak?
Navika, I want you to please go back to... I receive your question. I appreciate your question. I welcome it. But the credibility of Rahul Gandhi standing up and speaking on questions has given a record of him depending on false information all this while. You'll probably recall the Rafale debate, where he just stood up with, documents which you can't authenticate. He'll really authenticate what he has in his hand, but which turned out to be, later on I came up with documents to say, sorry, what you're quoting is wrong, sorry, what you're quoting is half-truth, all that. So his credibility is such. But I I mean, when we speak about proceedings in the House, it's not what the Treasury wants. The Speaker is the arbiter. He's going to be able to tell you that, hold on, I want him to speak. He's called you, you speak. And naturally, when MPs stand up to protest saying when you're doing things which are baseless, or when you're speaking with that kind of a certainty based on things which are not published, there will be protest. You should hold your calm. You should hold your reason. A reply has come. A response has come from the Raksha Mantri, no less. But you'd still continue with your, arrogated tirade? Leader of the opposition with responsibility asks the question, and you think the Treasury will not answer? But the answer doesn't matter to you because you've come with a closed mind. You don't want to hear it at all. You've come with an agenda to speak the way you want to speak, irrespective of what reply you get. You take that into cognizance, build your case up. Who's stopping you? No, the reply doesn't matter. I'll go on my own route. Why would people sit and listen to that kind of a, I've come with a set agenda, I'll go ahead with it irrespective of what you say. Even that.
Are you saying Rahul Gandhi makes it personal?
Oh, several times, hasn't he? He's called the Prime Minister different names. He's called me a liar. He personalizes every debate. I've never seen him talk on issues, talk like a statesman, talk like a, leader of the opposition.
But Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, on the Indo-US trade deal, we know tariffs have come down from 50 to 18%. But that's all that we know. We don't know because there is talk. The Agriculture Secretary in the United States has said that there would be market access to farm goods. There is talk of oil not being purchased from Russia anymore, and that America and Venezuela would be our oil suppliers. These are part of the official statements that have come from Washington. Do you not expect the opposition or anybody in this country to ask you, give us details?
Absolutely right. And you're right to ask. Leader of the opposition parties, people of India are right to ask that question. But would you wait for the reply? Which is not happening after 1 month. This evening, 4:30, I was told the Honorable Commerce Minister was going to give a statement in the House. Would you wait for him or not? He was even in, if I know right, and I don't want to disclose anything else, he was in Mumbai and he was rushing back. You wait for an official, clear reply. Suo moto statement he was going to give. No, I do not want. Tell us now. He is the authority to tell because he is the minister concerned. But without listening to the minister, you go about giving misleading information as though you've seen the deal. Please, have you seen the deal? Tell us. So why
have you seen the deal?
No, why would you want
Have you seen the deal?
It's the minister who will see, not every cabinet minister.
But the minister briefed earlier this evening.
Yes.
And the details are, if I may say so, still scanty. He has given a statement saying that the agriculture sector, the dairy sector will be protected. It's a general kind of assurance. It's not the details of the deal that we know.
He will give it to you. He will give the details. These are not things which are going to remain in closed files. They are public documents. It will come out. You'll know what is being given, what is being taken, what is reciprocity, and how much is our export getting access for, what are we going to import. Everything is going to come out to you.
On the agriculture sector, the statements that are in public domain, what does it mean? Farm goods from the United States of America, will they be free to come into the Indian market?
I don't know the details of the agreement, but I will assure you that farmers' interests, dairy interests are intact.
If you don't know the details, how can you assure?
Because before the negotiations, when all of us have spoken to each other, very clearly these were red lines given. So that to that extent I know. But the details will tell you where, how,
Where are these details?
You're going around in circles, Navika.
No, are these details in Washington or are they in New Delhi?
Both sides put their negotiation details and have it agreed, have whatever the level of agreement. So both sides have their own documents, don't they? So the Commerce Minister will tell you about it. India's interests will never be compromised by Prime Minister Modi. Let's not constantly keep questioning it only because there is somebody who has been doing only this.
Thank you very much for joining me once again on Frankly Speaking. And I must say, I do look forward to these annual interactions. I think the 9 years that you've been finance minister, I've been sitting across asking you and analyzing the budget. Pleasure to have you once again answering the questions of the people.
Thank you very much, Navika, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.